Porque como tuvimos que correr los meetings por el budget meeting, no coincide con
Okay, but we have to mention it specifically.
Sí, sí, lo voy a decir. Es que yo le dije que no quiero hacerlo, porque si después no lo traigo de nuevo,
You're just going to pick any two?
él ya me los dio, yo ya, si Celine lo tiene, we will allow, sí. Tenemos que leer todo into the records o el address.
Just read it all.
Okay.
Just do this one.
Parece una pista de carrera.
They go with the dirt bikes, but they go with muddy in that area like that.
Pero vean acá, did it before.
¿Cómo está Pablo? ¿Todo bien?
Bien, bien, ahora está ahí abajo, pero no quiso venir porque ayer es que él vino y se tiene que hacer service completo. Entonces se hizo la licencia, fue al médico de invierno, fue al médico clínico, sí, el Pancomiste fue al médico clínico y hoy se lo llevé al dentista, pero como yo con la falta dermatológica todavía no se pudo bañar desde ayer, entonces no quiso venir acá porque no está presentable, porque no se bañó. No, de espalda, pero dice que no se bañó y no tiene bien el pelo, entonces no se puede venir a sentar. How are you? Your brother has mine también. Así que por eso está ahí trabajando ahí. Porque él resulta que no tiene por qué, pero se anotó para un examen de Certified Anatomy, no sé, una cosa así, no sé para qué, porque no va a trabajar en el banco, pero dice que como ya sabe todo, que la claro, eso es lo que dice, si alguna vez tengo que volver a y hoy lo llevaron de probar a ver si lo aceptamos los usuarios. Y dice que a lo mejor aceptan las dos, dice porque se viene una crisis económica mejor que nosotros. Total, para decir que no siempre hay
No, si viene crisis, se lo
sí, ya sé. Y ahora una chica de New York está bien interesada. Ahora se va.
Ahora no va a tener tiempo.
Ella tampoco tiene tiempo. Es una chica súper ocupada, pero está bien, por 2 años está bien. Es muy gracioso porque si ella hubiera tomado un internship en otro lugar que le ofrecieron, ella hubiera sido su jefe y nunca hubiera pasado.
No,
nunca hubiera pasado, así que bueno. Pero no. Por lo menos se mojaron. Sí, sí. Bueno, si quieren. Sí.
La cosa de ver el libro es, por ejemplo, during Christmas, padre, muchachos, familias, no saben.
Bueno, festejan las dos cosas.
No, bueno, eso sí.
Sí, sí, se mezcla un poco, pero bueno.
No saben lo que.
Ay, qué bueno que hay una agua. Bueno, voy a pedir por. Bueno, falta
There's water right there.
Well, that was yours, isn't it?
I took mine.
Somebody took yours. I thought it was yours. That's why I counted this way.
I'll drink it on the way home.
So Turkey was nice, huh?
Muy interesante.
I have to get out here.
Muy interesante. Sí,
No, I went to Canada once. That was a long time. I like to go to work. Like, yo soy un tipo de guajiro, que si no me estoy trabajando, entonces. Yeah. I feel like weird without doing work. I'm gonna stop doing that. See? Then I don't, I've been married 30, I go over there.
No, van a pasear y ver.
Sí, ya. Nosotros que estamos peleando.
¿Sí?
Bueno, por eso a lo mejor necesitan cambiar de lugar
Yeah, maybe, yeah.
para disfrutar.
We're gonna be a
Jenny,
Yes.
Your turn.
No, mira, yo era pues, yo era más rápido.
Pero no hay otra.
Hay cosas que hacen.
Yeah, that's what we should make it done, like, what I got. Pues ya no me pasa. No, I say joking, but like the same, no, it is cheaper to keep, ¿no?
Mira, hay que aprender a respetarse cada uno
36 años más, ahora.
alguna cosa. Mi marido me dice si quieres me digo eso. I don't want to go, pero yo no.
Está buena esa, I got say.
That's the wrong for something. You become. Very different, huh?
Just in time.
Corre, corre.
This was a Angelito. ¿Lo oigo?
You're ready. Sí, vimos que
And I thought, well, you know, we got permits. Honestly, I get to the. Which is the one with that. Sí, pero which one we have. I was last. And then Tuesday, yeah, because it was. My partner did it. Did you tell me people tell that?
sí, sí. Por eso. Ya estamos apuntados. No supera. Estamos
Hey.
You look tired today. What's up with that?
It
Has
happens.
Deborah been working you too much?
He's stressed. He's always
That's
por lo que pasa y por lo que podría pasar.
For someone who spends $15 a month in electricity, to charge a tester.
No, no,
I would not.
not $15 a month,
Other than
more like 7.
7? Go ahead, rub it in.
I am rubbing it in. I'm rubbing it in.
I mean, all of that, you know, $100 or so a month.
Brutal.
Okay, so who wants to do the honors today? You do it? All right. Wait a minute. Make sure that we are on.
Hello? Hello, hello, hello?
Is that still, is it here?
It's this one here. Turn off the microphone.
Yeah, turn the mic off.
This is off. It's off.
No es el phone de...
Okay. We good to go? Your speaker on the computer. Yeah. Testing, testing. There you go. All righty. Okay, so let's get the ball rolling here. Good evening. Welcome to the City of Hialeah Planning and Zoning Board meeting for Wednesday, August 10th, 2022. Everyone please rise for the invocation and the Pledge of Allegiance. John would have the honors.
Lord, thank you for the opportunity to have us gather here, serve our city. Please grant us the wisdom and the strength to do what's right for our constituents and our members of the board and the city. Thank you. Amen.
Amen. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. May be seated. Got it. Do we have anyone on Zoom? No one's scheduled on Zoom. Caesar Master, okay.
Yeah.
There he is. Yeah, I see you waving there.
Hello.
Hello. I mean, you are the whole meeting tonight anyway, so why wouldn't you be there? Go ahead.
Meeting guidelines. The following guidelines apply to today's Planning and Zoning Board meeting. Any person, whether participating via the web platform, telephonic conferencing, or physical presence at City Hall, interested in making comments or posing questions on any item on the agenda may do so during the meeting. Members of the public may hear the meeting live through telephonic conferencing using any telephone or cellular phone service. A smart device or computer are not necessary to participate in the meeting if you join by phone. All persons participating via the web platform will be muted during the meeting until called upon to be heard. Participation through Zoom requires a computer or small mobile device with a microphone and web camera. The participant may elect to participate in the meeting using audio only or appear through both audio and video. The video function of all participants appearing through video will be turned off until called upon to be heard. All lobbyists must register with the Planning and Zoning Board prior to item being heard. A maximum of 4 speakers in favor and 4 speakers in opposition will be allowed to address the Planning and Zoning Board on any item. Each speaker's comments will be limited to 3 minutes. Item number 1, roll call. Mr. D. Perez?
Here?
Mr. Ramon?
Here.
Mr. Iglesias?
Here.
Mr. Jimenez?
Here.
Mr. Ulloa?
Here.
Mr. Casanova is absent. Mrs. Enriquez?
Here.
We have a quorum. Item number 2, approval of Planning and Zoning Board summary agenda of June 29th, 2022, as submitted.
We need a motion and a second, please.
Motion.
Second.
Motion, Mr. Ulloa, second, Mr. Iglesias. Mr. Ramon?
Yes.
Mr. Jimenez,
Yes.
Mr. Iglesias,
Yes.
Mr. Ulloa,
Yes.
Mrs. Enriquez,
Yes.
Mr. D. Perez.
Yes.
Item has been approved. Administration of oath to all applicants and anyone who will be speaking before the board on any item.
Anyone in the audience that will be speaking in front of us, please stand, raise your right hand so we can swear you in.
Yes.
Okay,
You affirm to tell the truth before this board.
Yes.
thank you. All right, the record show was a resounding yes for both participants.
A written decision or resolution will be prepared and presented for review to the city council. The city council is authorized to affirm with conditions, or override the decisions by resolution. After the resolution is adopted, contact a member of the city clerk's office to obtain a copy of the final decision and resolution. Upon your receipt of the final decision and resolution, contact the building department to obtain your required building permit. Summary minutes or a copy of the audio file, the proceedings before the Planning and Zoning Board shall be prepared and submitted to the city council before its hearing. The Planning and Zoning Board recommendations for the following public hearing requests will be heard by the city council at its scheduled meeting of Tuesday, August 23rd, 2022. Item number 3, conditional use permit to allow a K through first grade elementary school with a maximum capacity of 20 students in conjunction with 53 children daycare. Property located at 33 child daycare. Property located at 541 East 9th Street, Hialeah Zone, C2, Liberal Retail Commercial District. Applicant, Rich Enterprises USA, Inc.
Rich, is that you?
Yes.
Come on up. Say your name and address, please. Into the microphone. Name and address?
Rolando Fuentes. The address is 543 East 9th Street, Hialeah, Florida 33010.
Thank you.
The property in this application is a strip mall developed in 1973, located on the north side of East 9th Street between East 5th Avenue and East 6th Avenue. The applicant runs a 53 children daycare on the west base of the building, occupying approximately 2,106 square feet, and has an adjacent playground at the rear. The remaining bays house retail businesses, and the easternmost bay has a cafeteria. The site has 34 parking spaces, where 32 parking spaces are required. 11 parking spaces are assigned to the daycare. The applicant is before the city requesting a conditional use permit to allow a kindergarten through first grade elementary school with a maximum capacity of 20 students, in conjunction with a 33 children daycare and a total of 6 employees, including teachers, support staff, and management. No increase in the total number of students is proposed, and the limitation of the school grades to kindergarten and first grade is aimed to help the transition of the students into elementary school. There will be no drop-off and pick-up queues, since the parents are required to park and bring their children inside the facility. Staff will park on the assigned parking spaces, from which 3 are located at the rear, leaving 8 parking spaces at the front parking lot, open for parents to park. In general, for schools, it is estimated that 15% of the students are dropped off or picked up at the same time, while in daycares, the children are dropped off and picked up throughout the day. Accordingly, it is estimated that 3 to 8 cars will be parked at the same time. As a result, the number of parking spaces assigned to the daycare and school will meet the demands. In addition, the site's driveway has space for 6 cars, meaning that there is no risk of a car queue interrupting the traffic flow on East 9th Street. From the aesthetic point of view, the strip mall shows its age and needs some enhancement. As for the daycare school bays, it can be seen how bays were added over time, resulting in 5 different signs advertising the business, from which one is a temporary banner, creating sign clutter. It is recommended to the applicant to remove all signs and install 2 new state-of-the-art signs, one on the westernmost bay facing East 9th Street, and another one on the top of the 3 bays also facing East 9th Street. This consolidation of signs will remedy the current sign clutter. bring some renewal to the site, and hopefully inspire the other businesses to update their signage. Given that the site has adequate parking and conditions for safe traffic circulation, the conditional use permit for a 20-student K through first grade elementary school in conjunction with a 33-student daycare may be approved with the condition that the old signs are replaced by 2 new state-of-the-art signs. Recommendation approved with conditions.
Thank you. Comments or questions? No. Deborah, 9th Street is a very busy street. How's the history with traffic on that particular lot, on that particular
Well,
property?
It has enough parking, and the parents are required to park. And there are 2 extra parking spaces. There are parking spaces at the rear, and also there is a big driveway. So in the event that they come and there's no place to park, the driveway can still contain the queue that will be of 3 to 8 cars inside the property. So there's no risk of having an overflow into East 9th Street. And it's also a very limited operation. It's 20 students, and kindergarten and first grade.
Okay.
It's 33 of the daycare, but in the daycare, they come and go over the day. But for the school, it's only 20 kids.
Yeah, it's like the same that we are working now with the daycare, but we are getting part of the capacity of the elementary school.
In the
Is it-
past, kindergarten was considered part of a nursery, a
Yeah.
daycare. But some years ago, we changed, and kindergarten is now elementary school. So we will, since he already had that, we are allowing him to have the kindergarten plus the first grade to have like a transition. But he won't grow more than that amount of students. That will be stated in a declaration of restrictions that he will sign. And if he exceeds that capacity or adds more grades, the business tax receipt can be rescinded, or I don't know how you call it. So that's the idea.
Yeah, and again, my concern was, if there's any history of, traffic congestion or obstructions onto 9th Street, because, it's
Not in that particular shopping center.
Okay. Thank you. Any comments or questions from the board?
Yes, a quick comment. How do we define a state-of-the-art sign?
State-of-the-art sign
Yeah, like,
it means like a modern sign, a contemporary sign.
because I'm looking at it and they have a bunch of different signs. So you're right, there is
They
sign
have a bunch
clutter.
of different signs. They have a banner that is considered a temporary sign. So he needs to consolidate and have one sign that the sign company will know how to design. He will come, we will permit it. So by the time he retains a company to do that, they know what the state-of-the-art sign means. It means not a sign painted by him or someone that works.
Yeah, a
with him.
professional sign.
It means a professional.
Yeah, because when I opened my business, I remember I tried to get a sign and they said, oh no, we can't give you a permit because there's sign clutter and everybody has different signs. But
Exactly.
that wasn't my fault. So,
Well, he rents the space
Right.
to attend to the landlord. So the landlord should take care of that. Since he's
Exactly.
coming to us something, it's not that we're going and find him because he has the sign clutter, but
Right.
since he's coming for another reason and we look at that situation, we request that if he can improve that.
right.
That's good.
Yeah, my only concern was like, it's not his fault, that there's all this clutter, but it does help to
I'm
make it
not
nicer.
asking him to change the whole shopping
Right,
center.
right,
I'm
just his
asking
part.
him to his operation to focus on what he has.
Right.
and
Yeah,
enhance it.
the banner is already removed.
Okay.
I think that what we have to do is to left only 2 of the one that they are.
One in the
in the-
part
in the
that,
side and one on the other.
yes, and then on the other. When this is finished, you can come to my office and I can show you examples, or you can come with the sign company and we'll help you out.
Okay.
Thank you. Any more comments or questions? Anyone in the audience? Anyone in the electronic audience? Closes the bar public hearing. What's the pleasure of the board?
Motion to approve
Second.
We have with conditions here.
Yes.
with conditions. Sorry.
So the city attorney's office will prepare a declaration of restrictions that the owner of the property will have to sign. So they will get in touch with you and you will need to have that signed.
Okay.
And you will need an opinion of title also. Yeah, you need to ask the landlord to get an opinion of title.
It is okay with.
Okay.
Okay, so motion, Mr. Iglesias, second, Mr. Jimenez. Mr. Ramon?
Yes.
Mrs. Enriquez?
Yes.
Mr. D. Perez?
Yes.
Mr. Ulloa?
Yes.
Mr. Jimenez?
Yes.
Mr. Iglesias?
Yes.
Item has been approved with conditions.
Thank you.
Okay, your next step is,
You need to go, come again August 23rd at 7 p.m. for city council meeting.
Okay.
Yes.
But we will call you before that time.
thank you.
to all of you.
Thank you. Night.
Item number 4, conditional use permit to allow a K through 3rd grade elementary school with a maximum capacity of 33 students in conjunction with a 14 children daycare and a total of 5 staff members. And variance permit to allow 6 parking spaces where 9 parking spaces are required. Property located at 367 West 29th Street, Hialeah Zone C2, Liberal Retail Commercial District. Applicant Cesar Mestre. So the applicant Cesar Mestre has actually requested to table this item until October 12th.
Okay, so, Mr. Mestra, do you concur with that?
Yeah, Mr. Chairman, Cesar Mestre with law offices at 8105 Northwest 155th Street, Miami Lakes, Florida. Actually, I have asked to table items 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. And as you know, I've been appearing before you for many years, and I don't take this lightly, but I really didn't have a choice on this matter. And I've given proposed dates to the Director of Zoning. So yes, I would respectfully request that they all be tabled at this time.
Very good.
We
One,
need to read one by one.
That's
into
what-
the
that was gonna be
record
my
and-
question,
and
yeah.
write down the date until when.
right, so we can't just do a bulk, it has to be
No,
individual.
no, we have to go one
Okay.
by one. So no action. We don't need a motion to table. or-
Yeah, you need a
Yeah, we
motion
need to
table.
read,
Okay.
so table. Okay, so, we'll get a motion?
Second.
Okay, so motion, Mr. Ulloa, second, Mr. Ramon. Mr. Jimenez?
Yes.
Mr. D. Perez?
Yes.
Mrs. Enriquez?
Yes.
Mr. Ulloa?
Yes.
Mr. Ramon?
Yes.
Mr. Iglesias?
Yes.
Item has been tabled until October 12th.
Okay, will you keep a record of, would you keep these or,
Yeah.
so we just give them back to you?
Yeah, so at the end of the meeting, just give everything back to me.
Okay. So
Expect them
table.
again in October.
Okay, Mr. Mestre, that one's been tabled.
Okay, so item number 4 has been tabled until
So-
October 12th.
October 12th, that'll be 10/12.
Yes. Item number 5, conditional use permit to allow a K through 4th grade elementary school with a maximum capacity of 100 students in conjunction with a 43 children daycare. Property located at 1905 West 35th Street, Hialeah Zone M1, Industrial District. Applicant Cesar Mestre.
Okay,
Okay, so this item has also been requested to be tabled until October 12th.
okay, David, one quick legal question here. Since it is the same applicant and it's multiple items, does he have to identify himself at every one of them, or can we just waive that?
I mean, you can waive that. He's already introduced himself. And
Right.
we're not going to discuss the item, but otherwise, we need to announce when it'll be tabled to.
Yes, yeah.
Okay,
Well, I'm just trying to save him some,
yeah, that's fine.
you okay with that, mister?
No problem. However you want to do it, doesn't matter.
Okay, well, Okay, so number 5.
This one, we've also requested it be tabled to October 12th. And just so you know, we divided it up into 3 different meetings. So these other 2 for October 12th, item 4 and 5.
Very good, very good. Okay. We need a motion in a second.
Motion. Second.
Motion.
Okay.
Eeny, meeny.
It's okay. So motion, Mr. Ulloa, second, Mr. Ramon. Mr. Jimenez?
Yes.
Mr. Iglesias?
Yes.
Mrs. Enriquez?
Yes.
Mr. Ramon?
Yes.
Mr. D. Perez?
Yes.
Mr. Ulloa? Item has been tabled until October 12th.
Very good.
Thank you.
Item number 6, conditional use permit to allow a K to 3rd grade elementary school with a maximum capacity of 30 students in conjunction with and existing 55 children daycare. Variance permit to allow nine parking spaces where 16 parking spaces are required, and variance permit to allow all parking spaces to be back out into the right-of-way, where back out parking is only allowed in low-density residential properties. Property located at 484-490 East 32nd Street, Hialeah, zoned R3, multiple family district. Applicant Cesar Mestre. So he has requested this item to be tabled until October 26th.
That is correct, Mr. Chairman. October 26 on item number 6.
Is this that Thumbelina corner
Yes.
there?
Yes.
Yes, it is.
Okay, so he's requested a table. Can we get a motion?
Second.
Motion, Mr. Ulloa, second, Mr. Iglesias. Mr. D. Perez?
Yes.
Mr. Ramon?
Yes.
Mr. Iglesias?
Yes.
Mrs. Enriquez?
Yes.
Mr. Ulloa?
Yes.
Mr. Jimenez?
Yes.
Item has been tabled until October 26th.
Good deal.
Item number 7, repeal and rescind ordinance 08-88 and related declaration of restrictive covenants and in
Indemnity and hold harmless agreement.
that granted a special use permit to allow a 240 children daycare center on a proposed new 14,000 square feet building and adjacent parking lot that were never built. Rezoning from R1 to R31. Conditional use permit to allow a 35-student elementary school in conjunction with a 36 children daycare. Allowed a 759 square feet modular building to be used as a school classroom where prefabricated buildings are not allowed or for such use. And variance permit to allow no parking where 12 parking spaces is the minimum required. Property located at 21 East 59th Street, Hialeah zoned R1, one family district. Applicant Cesar Mestre Esquire.
Mr. Mestre?
Yes.
Yes, we have requested that item number 7 be tabled until November 9th.
9. Well, you got your calendar in front of you and you're dishing them out, aren't you? Okay,
Motion?
yes, please.
Okay, so we have a motion by Mr. Jimenez, second by Mr. Ulloa. Mr. D. Perez?
Yes.
Mr. Ramon?
Yes.
Mr. Iglesias?
Yes.
Mrs. Enriquez?
Yes.
Mr. Jimenez?
Yes.
Mr. Ulloa?
Yes.
Item has been tabled until November 9th. Item number 8. Conditional use permit to allow an 80 school K through 6th grade school in conjunction with a 58 children daycare. Property located at 470 West 49th Street, Hialeah Zone C2, Liberal Retail Commercial District. Applicant Cesar Mestre Esquire.
Well, an 80 student, not an 80 school.
Yeah, an 80 student, K through 6. You said an 80 school.
Okay, so allowed an 80 student K through 6th grade.
Okay, Mr. Mestre?
Yes, item number 8, we've requested to be tabled until October 26th.
Okay,
Motion.
have a motion?
Second.
Motion, Mr. Ulloa, second, Mrs. Enriquez. Mr. Ramon?
Yes.
Mr. Iglesias?
Yes.
Mrs. Enriquez?
Yes.
Mr. Jimenez?
Yes.
Mr. Ulloa?
Yes.
Mr. D. Perez?
Yes.
Item has been tabled until October 26th. Item number 9, conditional use permit to allow a 25-student K through 2nd grade school in conjunction with a 38 children daycare, and variance permit to allow 14 parking spaces where 20 parking spaces are required. Property located at 2400 West 80th Street, Hialeah Zone M1, Industrial District. Applicant Cesar Mestre Esquire.
Thank you. Mr. Mestre?
Yes, item number 9, we've requested to be tabled until November 9th.
Okay. Thank you.
Motion.
We have a motion
Second.
and a second.
Motion, Mrs. Enriquez, second, Mr. Iglesias. Mr. Ramon?
Yes.
Mr. D. Perez?
Yes.
Mr. Ulloa?
Yes.
Mr. Jimenez?
Yes.
Mrs. Enriquez?
Yes.
Mr. Iglesias?
Yes.
Item has been tabled until November 9th.
Thank you, Mr. Mestre. Sorry.
Thank
we-
you very much, and sorry, thank you for your patience. I
Sorry we
appreciate
didn't
it.
get to see you physically here, but hey, it is what it is, right?
Yes, sir.
All right.
Next time. Thank you.
Miscellaneous items not requiring advertising. Item number 10, old business. No old business. Item number 11, new business.
Well, I'd like to take an opportunity and congratulate two very important women here on this board right here. Well, three, but two very important. Congratulations on your baby.
Thank you. Thank you.
Right.
Thank you.
And you, should I say it or no?
I don't care, yeah.
Yeah. Congratulations on your engagement.
Thank you.
Oh.
Thank you.
So, very, yeah. Okay.
Thank you.
Any new business? Anyone else? No? If there's no more new business, then meeting is adjourned.
Wait a minute, I drew a blank.
I didn't want to put you in the spot, you know. but-
No, it's fine. There's nothing to hide. Pero
A baby.
She had the baby, yeah.